Is this really necessary? Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Everything has its use.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it? 10 points for agility. Running away? Burn it! Everybody stand!
Locked on!
pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it. Is this really necessary?
Ugh, worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
I got him cornered. Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Everything has its use.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it?
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away.
yourself a straggler.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
Use the box off.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Is this really necessary?
Jay?
All right, it's been 2 days. 10 points for agility.
Hello. I appreciate you looking after Aino these past few days.
Oh, it was nothing. A promise is a promise, right? Anyway, is Yehoda here? She probably has a bunch of new clues for us.
Let me explain. After I got back from the Frost Moon Scions, I started doing some digging into that merchant. Even after asking around my boss's circle, I couldn't find any evidence that connects him to this mess. Out of all them, I checked all the other merchants too, but the trail came up cold each time. Most of them didn't even know about our trip to the Frost Moon Scions. Whoever's behind this thing is extremely clever. Tracking down a person like that is gonna take a lot more than 2 days.
So, you're saying...
Summarizing intel. Condensing main points. Conclusion. Over the past 2 days, Yehoda has found no...
Did you have to make it sound so pathetic? Oh, how am I...
So, there's...
I mean, short of rounding up those merchants, interrogating them...
Sounds like a good idea to me.
That wasn't a suggestion! These aren't the type of people you mess with on a whim. Oh, I'd turn all of Nodcry upside down searching before I went after a man like...
Turning all of Nodcry upside down. That is indeed.
Okay, well, I wasn't serious about that suggestion either.
If that is what Aino decides to do in the end, then I will support her.
I've been thinking things over a lot since I got back. And the truth is, but that means any of my bots could be next, including Inefa. If we don't get Clank back, if we don't show them we're not an easy target, then there's nothing stopping them from coming after the rest of... So, even if I really do have to turn all of Nodcry upside down, I will save Clank, no matter what it...
Oh, I know.
You said Asuko was the biggest suspect, right? Let's start with...
Someone sent a letter.
Really? Let's take a look! Huh. Paimon would recognize... Seems like she has a way to help us. Dory services? Are usually...
I've heard of her. She's got quite a unique reputation.
Alright, I'm down with that. You're in charge of the...
Very well. Please continue to look out for Aino in my stead.
Oh, you're coming too, Yehoda? Huh. You care too much about Aino to let the...
More like you're not the only one who's got a stupid robot asking you for favors.
I'll keep watch over the workshop. Once again, I leave Aino to you.
funny, you know.
Looks like that old
Ah, look what the cat dragged in. Traveler, Paimon, I see you got my letter.
Dory! So it was you!
My assistant told me about your little visit 2 days ago. Rumor has it, some terrible thief broke into the Krumkake craft shop and ran off with one of Miss Aino's most treasured companions.
Yes! That's exactly right!
You must know how much I value you as a customer, Traveler. So, I thought, if you've set out to help Miss Aino, I should do my part too. I did some digging, and I do believe I've come up with the perfect plan. There are too many merchants targeting that bot to root out the thief by going after them one by one. So, how about approaching this from a different... Maybe the question we should be asking isn't who stole the bot, but where the thief took it in the first place.
Huh. She has a point.
And lucky for you, I happen to know just the expert to help us out. She's been working smuggling cases for years. If you need, of course, a professional of her caliber demands quite a high but not to worry. I can offer you a 20% discount. How about this? You give me the funds in advance, discount applied, of course, and I'll contact the expert. See if we can't bring that price down a little. I'm all about... And if she sympathizes with our cause and ups the discount, we'll call the difference a little something for my trouble. So 20% off would be 800,000 mora. Do we have a deal?
800,000?
If only I could. But there has to be room for me to take...
800,000 more is worth it if it means we get Clank back. It's fine, I'll cover it.
Splendid! I'll contact the expert right away.
Well, if you're okay with it, I know. And the sooner we talk to this expert, the better.
Great news! The expert is already in the area!
Wait, a Melusine? Trevor? Paimon,
I've heard so much about you, but I didn't expect Notcry to...
So, the expert is a Melusine? I've heard about these creatures before. They have special senses, right? They can pick up on things humans would never even notice.
really?
With her help, we'll get leads on Clank for sure. Oh, I guess the price of the retainer was worth it after all.
There's something you should know about Dory.
Retainer? What retainer? The Traveler is a hero to the Melusines. It's an honor to help her out.
Oh, wow! I didn't realize this expert idolized you so much, Traveler. Well, since she won't accept payment, I suppose there's no choice but for the entire 800,000 to... As always, I appreciate your patronage. In that case, I'll give you a generous 50% off the next time we do business.
And the swindler claims another victim. Anyway,
Well, one of the Melusine agents from the Marechaussee Phantom followed the trail of a smuggling kit. We all started to get worried, and I happen to have some time. But enough about that for now. Could you describe them to me?
sure thing.
Target acquired. Do I get a share?
You want this trash? You must pay. 10 points for agility. I know. running away? All right, this is the last
I've learned a little. So, someone...
Oh, there's a group of people over there. Let's ask them. Hello. We wanted...
Looking for trouble, kid? No? Then scram.
Not a good... Legally speaking, even suspects have the right to remain silent. We can't force them to answer our questions.
That's what you're worried about? Well, it's your lucky day.
Clink, Clank, Legion, attack!
Fine, Fine. If you want to talk, then let's talk. Ask me anything you want to know.
Have you seen a group of people carrying a heavy object?
I see that pretty much on the daily.
If we think it would have been 2 days ago, between 4 and 10 p.m. We're looking for anyone in the vicinity who left with a heavy object in tow.
When you put it that way, I did see a group like that. Real shifty looking. Came in the afternoon, left at night.
That direction. I think I know where they were heading.
Rise with the sun! Everybody stand! Bring it!
I got him cornered.
Ugh, worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it.
Are you running away? Worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it.
Try and stop me! Full throttle! Rev the engines! Hip.
stamina is within the range of a normal adult, which means there should...
Traces?
Oh, there's a whole bunch. Here and over there. Oh, it might be hard for you humans to pick up. Yup, pretty much what I expected. And they made their initial list, but it's exhausting to travel with that kind of cargo. So, once they made it far enough, they dropped their... I bet these footprints are from when they fled this location.
Is that enough to tell where they went?
Enough to give us some clues at least. I see a special kind of sand in the footprints. If I'm right, they probably tracked the sand in from somewhere else.
A special kind of sand. Oh, wait! Near the Kuvaki...
Then that's where we should head next.
Wow! Melusines are awesome! I want one!
Melusines are people, not pets, I know.
Well, that's the last clue we needed, right?
Rev the engines! Rev the engines! Prepare to meet your defender! Bring it! Everybody stand back!
Every... thing has its use.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it?
Rise with the... Teamwork is strength!
Locked on!
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Is this really...
pony, you know.
Full throttle! Rev the engines!
We were right! There's a camp here! But
With this many people standing guard?
I'm sorry, everyone, but I think this is a...
don't be sorry, Sadil. You've been such a big help. I wouldn't even mind sharing some of my and Anyway, you probably shouldn't be here for this part.
Okay.
I know. Like I said before, I'm the boss of the Crumb.
Whoa! Is that Zip Zap Spybot number 1?
It's Zip Zap Warbot number 1 now.
Whoa. Warbot? I knew the kid was making dangerous stuff.
With Zip Zap Warbot on our side, there's no stopping us. Come on, charge!
Another test subject. It's too late. The wrong test subject. What is this thing? Help! Does somebody help me? What are you running for? Just take it down. There's nothing scary about. Picked the wrong test subject.
Phew! We're in!
Whatever it is.
This hunk of metal has Clank's core. The thief already took him apart.
Quite the improvement, don't you think?
Wait!
If your goal is to accomplish something that will shock the world, I must admit though, I'm rather surprised you made it this far. I expected you to spend more time fixating.
You deliberately tried to steer us in the...
What? You never questioned the fact that the first noticed you the front desk is where people go to exchange information.
So you're the one who stole Clank? Both times?
So what if I am? There's only one rule in Nodcry. Winner takes all.
Just using a piece of tech you stole from us?
Stole? No, rescue. Ever since learning about Kuvaki, I knew there was huge potential for machine integration. But no one saw I came all this way, but the stubborn natives refused to even entertain my ideas. It didn't go any better but then this stupid girl who spends all her time making useless toys opens a workshop. And she's the one who gets to make a groundbreaking machine that has the potential to reshape the entire market. That role should have been mine!
Right! 'Cause it...
That's enough! Give Clank back to us, right?
We'll see about that.
Go, Clank!
Light it up! I'm going in! Bring it!
Why is this machine so powerful?
It's too late.
I can't even hit the thing!
No, you guys! Don't attack me! Just have to wait it out! I'm not letting Clank become a war machine!
Hear the echoes of the valley! Rise with the sun!
I regret. It's too late for
Teamwork is
regrets.
true! Flash attack!
Pyroclastic surge!
Try.
Light it up! Let's light it up! I'm going in! Bring it! Letting brave names echo!
Target acquired.
Burn it down!
Ding dong, Glitterbomb! Everybody stand!
Locked on.
What's happening?
The core stopped working. It's supposed to concentrate Kuvaki, but
What kind of medium?
Judging by the smell, I'd say some kind of...
What?
Don't sound so surprised. Clank is a dessert baking robot, but I always thought it would be too... So when I designed Clank, I gave him the ability to eat desserts too, not...
I think I understand now. The consumption of a cake like... If cake baking is the goal, that kind of system is sustainable. But to use it as a weapon... Not even Nodcry's entire flour and sugar production would be in...
And you're just noticing this now?
Boss, it's embedded into the system. I'm not skilled enough to change something like that. I didn't...
See? Clank isn't a war machine. Now...
This technology could have been revolutionary. It was supposed to be my big break. No. The prototype stays with me. I just need to hold out until I can secure...
Try me! Enough! Whoa! What are you all doing here?
Protecting the Krumkaki craft shop is a job for all who call it home. Activating Annihilation Mode.
Another test subject. Fry! Fry! Fry!
Why you...
Rise with the sun! I'm going in!
Glory to which none can compare!
Let him run for now. Nodcry doesn't have laws, but it does have rules. Once word starts to spread about what happened here, he'll get...
Is everyone all right? Apparently Nodcry doesn't have a police force, so I contacted your friends for help.
Wow! Way to think ahead, Cedille. Wait! What about
Miss Aino, during the altercation, my brethren and I retrieved... This technology needs safekeeping, and I think... No. I know.
And I know you're not the bad guys I thought you were, so... Enough with all the... Let's go home, Enougha. Oh, and when we get back, I want dessert. I think my monthly quota deserves to be reset, don't you?
Been a while. Why don't we...
After all that hard work, I at least deserve a slice of cake for my efforts. Don't you think?
Wait, there's cake?
Yes. You two are here just... Aino wanted to thank you for your help, so now that Clink is back safe and sound, she thought it would be nice for everyone to try out his baking.
Wow! So this is what Clank was supposed to look like.
Yes. Luckily, the core was still intact, so all Aino had...
Woohoo! Is it ready? it!
It's not unusual for a chef to take a few bites before serving a dish.
No need to worry. Once he's had his
Alright. Wait,
she thought of a new idea for a robot and shut herself in the workshop to get started. When
why does Aino like building robots?
retrieving historical records from database. At first, I believe Aino was just shocked to find something that fascinated her more than desserts. And fortunately, her friends respected her passion, even if, aside from struggling to make ends meet, there was little time for much else. Then, one day, an acclaimed teacher discovered her and recognized her passion for what it truly was: genius. Just like her friends, she finally discovered what she wanted to do, and not only that, she excelled at it. And when genius and passion collide, there's not much that can get in the way. So, Aino left her childhood friends, established the Clink Krumkake craft shop, and started making all kinds of robot companions. Perhaps it all comes down to the natural instinct of a genius. The drive to see their imagination come to life.
Oh, so that's what draws her to
Based on my own experience with Aino, I think there's more to it than that. Long before she took me in, she was already pushing her skills to the limit in an effort to give each robot a distinct personality. What I mean is, it's not something that started with me just because I have a unique background. I think, after walking the path of a genius for so long, she looked around and realized there was no one at her side. And it made her feel lonely. So me, Clink, and all the other robots Aino has added to the workshop, we're not just proof of her genius. We're her family. We give her the companionship she longs for. As I see it, that's the true relationship between Aino and her robots.
Oh, wow!
Yes, and for that reason, it did not matter to Aino how powerful Clink could become, nor how feared or coveted his technology might be among the factions. And she decided that he would join his family, and that—
Yeah, that makes sense. But it makes Paimon wonder why someone like
I'm afraid my logic unit cannot make sense of that question.
sees it, Nokrai is a duck. Anyone else would use the kind of tech Aino has to make weapons and threaten people. But Aino, she takes something that could be a weapon and turns it into a robot that makes cakes. It just doesn't seem like she fits in.
My view is the exact opposite. encountered the full spectrum of people that live here in Notcry. But in my experience, very few of them can be said to represent this place. You say Aino doesn't fit.
Ooh, the dessert should be done!
Yes, one moment. Allow me to serve them.
I want the one with the most frosting!
All right, everyone. Dig in.